Yay, we're filming. And we have a train. Amazing. Okay, so I just want to do a little unboxing here. Got a lot of updates and stuff. First one I'll update is I ordered a stainless fastener kit for the plastics on the bike. Got it off eBay. It's probably Chinese, but it's only got a whole plastic zone, so no big deal. Okay. Next package. See what we got. Sorry the camera's going all screwy. But all right. You've got a Galfer wave rotor. Now I know everybody likes to run their different ones and the stuff all engraved in them and stuff, but you know what? I've run these Galfer rotors and every single time they work good. I just can't justify changing it up. I've used them for years. You know, I'd love to get like a Banshee HQ one or something, but they're not, they work, the Galfer ones work really well. And saving 30 bucks on a rotor and having something cool on it, that's not worth it to me. There is a lot of priority bags. This is from Mac Daddy Racing. Oh, cool. We got a flywheel key, and I've already got one of those, and a titanium flywheel nut. So that just leaves one possibility left in there. What goes with those things? We have got ourselves a Lightning flywheel. Should be cool. Brand spanking. It's going to go in the 521. And we've also got ourselves a lot of trash building up here. My wife threw away my garage trash can. Well, I said I didn't like it. Note you gentlemen, don't throw away your garage trash can, because your wife might. Don't tell your wife you don't like your garage trash can. I got some other stuff from Yes Welder. The TIG is inside. Haven't brought that out yet. I love Miller stuff, but you know, Miller is just expensive and got a lot of stuff to buy, so. Okay, what we've got here is some of the Pyrex type cups. This is a Chinese package, so I'm not going to say that they're Furic, because I believe that's a brand name. Let's see if I can open this without spilling everything, because that would be bad. Okay, there we are. See, it was taped. Could have been bad, ladies and gentlemen. Could have been bad. Each one of these little glass cups, yeah, see, right there. That diffuser in there, those work really well. So, 30 seconds, 4 different sizes. I should really send one of those to my previous employer. He TIG welds a fair bit. I'm sure he would love those glass cups. Let's see what else we got. Bigger set. Ordered 2 different sets. This one came with more glass cups and this one. But this has got all kinds of cups. Let's see what's behind door number. Door number can't remove the packaging because I'm a terrible human being. Didn't pre-cut all this stuff. But hey, then that wouldn't be an unboxing, right? Oh shit. I almost forgot that I ordered this. That's a good thing, because I almost bought another one. Just today. I was like, I'm gonna go buy a tank for this thing and get to tigging. But I'll buy a couple other things first. I need to get a good quality caliper so I can measure that silencer. Little hose barb. I'm gonna set this down so I cannot break this. As interesting as YouTube might find that, I would be rather upset if I broke this. Cool. Little argon regulator. I won't know if it's any good till I put pressure to it, but it's packaged kind of good. I suppose it's probably pretty hard to mess up the brass part. But you can definitely tell that pressure gauge is an El Cheapo one. Probably buy one of these, put a good pressure gauge on it, and call it good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in the box. And door number, last door. Foot pedal. Nothing crazy. See? Nothing horribly interesting. Hard to make a foot pedal that doesn't work. It's just a lever on a potentiometer. Pot, as we would call it. Okay, so, oh yeah, I got my Chariot billet stuff. I started to hit this with a Scotch-Brite to try to smooth it out a little bit, but man, this T6061 T6, that is some hard stuff. I'm actually gonna have to put this on a wheel. The Scotch-Brite didn't even make a dent. Put that on a buffing wheel and she'll buff right out. As you can see, I got the third bearing support with that. Nothing too horribly amazing now. Oh, I almost forgot. So this weekend, I went to go help my old boss with some stuff, and I ordered some steel and built the fab table. I am aware that there is a long leg or a short leg, whichever way you want to look at it. The saw blade was kind of giving up, so that cut started to get a little angle in them. Grind that flat, put some casters on it, but I didn't want to make them super flat, make this thing like perfect yet, because this garage, I don't know if the concrete's perfect. So what I'll probably do is just grab some 040 aluminum and just shim under one of the feet. But this thing's gonna get cross rails. As you can see, the leg is they're a little bit bowed in. It was really hard. They're square at the base where I got welded, but they're just, the heat brought the legs in just a little bit. But as soon as I stick a crossbar in there, they'll be all right. You can kind of see a little bit of bow, but no big deal. There's a little bit too much heat up in that joint, I think. I only used 083. Probably could have gone thicker on the legs, but you don't really need that if you're not really moving the table around, if it's just kind of hanging out. But I was pretty happy to get that done. Now I have something metal to work off of. And this is going to be the jig for when I start building these ATV frames. That should be really fun. Got a lot of crap going on still. Waiting on stuff for the big motor. You believe it takes like 2 weeks to get spark plugs for that thing? It just blows me away. I still need the bushing for this caliper bracket. Still waiting on that. Now I might just use the stock hardware, and as much as it's going to kill me to do it in that the brake rotor holder, that's going to kill me to do that. Have the one ugly thing on the back end of this bike. Ugh, that will annoy me greatly. But I might have to. I might be moving here shortly. I don't know yet. Kind of got a good job offer, but things are still not set in stone yet. So haven't made any progress on the Banshee. Got a fab table, got a bunch of parts. Got the TIG welder. I'm sorry the TIG welder's not in this video, but there's no point really because I don't have the bottle or hood yet. Got everything else. Oh, I actually used the gloves already. I know, I've been lazy and haven't sent that stuff out. I'm such a terrible human. These Yes Welder MIG gloves, they're alright. For the money, I don't think you can beat them. I welded this thing together with them on, and I didn't get no hot stuff in my hands, so guess they're alright. We took in, when I built this thing upside down, and I had these long rails. I put the corners in first, welded them decent, put the long rail in next, and I took in, notched the corner for the weld on this long leg here. So I notched the corner up here, and then I actually clamped it to the surface. I used 3 clamps, so it made it level all the way. And I didn't just run a bead down it, because that's not necessary. It's not taking load like that, right? So you just 2-inch welds. You get the edge here pretty good, but that's only because there's the joint. Then you just go a few stitch welds. I know on these edges it was really hard to make that pretty because the surfaces were so close. I'll probably just kiss them with a grinder, but not all my welds are ugly, man. Just these edge ones suck. I couldn't make them pretty to save my ass, but we got some nice looking ones. There's only 1 out of 10 that aren't nice. And it's only these edge ones. I should have ground that down more. I probably will. It's gonna annoy me enough till I do it. Because I was upside down, I had this is so thick and this is not, and it was trying to get that to flow nicely. I actually took this tube and I inset it a little bit so I had a shelf to work with, because I didn't want to do another edge weld like that. I didn't feel that they were coming out nicely. But that's the table. So I'm gonna put some cross rails on this after I level it. And God, that's bad. It's only like 1/8 of an inch. It just seems like a lot. So I'm gonna put cross rails on this 2x2 steel, and that's gonna be my jig. My jig that I weld to, because those are gonna bolt in, and I'm gonna weld to those so that I can have this be multi-purpose. I might change my mind on that, but I doubt it. I got the Banshee frame over there in the corner that's completely stock and perfectly straight. So that's where I'm going to be pulling all my dimensions off of. I may, who am I kidding? I'm going to take the front end off this bike and put it on a Banshee frame. It makes sense. I've got it here. 250R stuff bolts onto it. Why not? The steering is going to be in a little bit different place. But, you know, that's probably the only thing I'm going to have to figure out and make nice is the steering. You can't just do a dead copy of this frame and put a Banshee motor in it because of the way. So a Banshee's a twin, and while it's first order, how do I word this right? It is balanced really good in one way, but then in another way, like I believe it's your second order balance, you create a rocking couple, and it does this. That's why the Banshee motor mounts are so like they got a lot of rubber in them, and it lets the motor rock this way. But you don't get that vibration like it just beats the crap out of you like a CR500. It's still there, but it's just less, and it's all in rubber. But anyway, you try to put that motor in this frame is too short. It needs to be longer for that. Even if you cut and move this to like up here, you're going to still have pipe issues. And it's going to be a 250R plastics mounting and all that stuff. So I don't want that. I want it to be a Banshee. As you can see, you just change the front end on it, no big deal. There's actually even room to change the mounting